this week so far? How's it been?
It's been really good. I mean, obviously coming off a loss is tough because you want to get a win every time, but just getting into more chemistry with the guys, getting a little more experience. I'm just taking all the reps. I've really enjoyed it, and I feel like I'm developing in the right way, and hopefully it'll show up on game day.
How about with all of this shuffling while you're still trying to get into your own rhythm? Does that make it harder when guys are moving around a lot and they're new guys as well?
Yes, ma'am, just because, I mean, when you're going through it, you have those relationships with guys, and the chemistry on the field is totally different than off the field. And if you can get that off the field chemistry, I think that helps on the field. And you have to know how guys, like in the receiver position, how they're running, where they're coming out of their routes, like where you need to throw it to. And then just kind of getting some of these other guys on, it just takes time to develop that relationship and also develop that trust. Because there are some guys that, if you don't have a lot of experience with, you might not throw, not necessarily a jump ball, but you might not throw a really tight one-on-one ball because you're not sure how they're going to adjust to it. And so that's just going to continue to take time, and we're trying to get all the reps we can in practice.
What's the challenge you see from Winnipeg this week?
I mean, they do a good job. I think they're the top team in interceptions, or
they're
up there.
One of the top
Yeah, yes, sir. So really it's just being smart with the ball, and they do a good job of taking away stuff downfield, and so not getting too antsy. If we have a deep play called on, is just throw it up there, but just kind of get to the check downs and reset to guys that are open. But just being smart, because they don't make a lot of mistakes, and when they do, that's when we need to take advantage of it, but we also can't get frustrated because some of the plays we call might not be there.
It's not very common that you play the same team back-to-back, then back-to-back again. What do you think of it as a quarterback? Does it help your preparation, knowing you're playing that? You got that rhythm to know who you're going to be playing against?
Kind of, yes, sir. I think it more so helps to not try and do too much. It helps me learn to not try and overcompensate. And what I mean by that is you play the same team back-to-back. It's like, oh, okay, we played them last week and this worked, so now are they going to do the same thing, or are they going to change it up? They're probably going to change it up, so let's change up our game plan. And they might not change it, and then you get all messed up. So I think just not over-preparing or over-complicating things and just going out and still executing the offense. It's good practice for me as a quarterback mentally, just to not think like, okay, they gave it to us last time, and then in this game, if they give it to us again, not thinking, oh, there's no way they're going to let us have that throw or have this play, and then mess up your reads because you think they're going to take it away. And so it's just a learning process, but it is different. I've never played a team back-to-back ever until I came up here, and now we had the two different teams, so it should be fun. Hopefully we can go 2-0, but we'll see what happens.
You told me at the beginning of the year that you are unique and that you love football because you love building those relationships and bringing out the best in people. How's your relationship 3 days in with Dexter McCluster?
It's pretty good. He actually introduced himself, I think, 2 days ago, and at first I saw him and I was like, who's that guy? And he's like, oh, Dexter, and I got to talking to him a little bit, and then today we actually got some throws in, and he seems like a really genuine guy, and the guys were giving me a hard time because I was talking about my wife. And so he had a picture in his locker of his family, I think his wife and daughter, I believe. And so they're like, oh, Jez, he loves his wife more than you. And I was like, no, he doesn't. But he's a really nice guy, and just developing that chemistry on the field is going to be important, obviously, but off the field too. He seems like he's really nice and he's really genuine, and it's nice in the football atmosphere because a lot of times you don't see guys that are like that until you really get to know them. And I'm hoping, over the weeks to come, I'll get to know him a little bit more and start making him smile some more.
Show him some magic tricks.
Yes, ma'am, maybe some magic tricks.